I mean, it's bad enough I have to deal with Campy. He's gay as hell. Hello, everybody. It's Thursday night. You know what that means. It's another exciting episode for the Homies podcast. And you guys can tell we do have a special guest that's going to be coming in a little bit. But before we go around the horn, shout out to our good friend Atomic Patriot. He's just a few subscribers away from 200 subs. So go sub to the little faggot. Uh, Ronan, how's it going?
It's going good. Hello, everybody. Y'all know who I am. I'm Ronan the Crusader, and I'd like to give that shout out to AP as well. He's 2 subs away from 200. Go sub to him and then unsub just so that way we can ruin that little freak streams forevermore. uh,
Ebola. You only got one job. How's it doing?
All
How's it
right.
doing?
Unlike Phantom, I actually pay attention to Queenie,
oh
but
boy, here we go.
I am your, I guess, scholar VTuber over here. We're gonna have a good time and talk about some things we hate and love at the same time.
Hey, Ebola. Can you wave like Hayden does? Can you
Uh,
wave?
uh, yeah, technically, yeah. Give me a second.
Oh god, here we go.
Kreese. Hey, Kreese, how's it going, brother? Wow, he can actually do it quicker than Hayden.
Wow. I
I haven't used that toggle in a minute though.
I thought you had the cheap kind. That's why I just stayed still. But anyway, man. Well, Nick. I just got off of the phone with Nick. He says that he gonna be a little bit late, but you know what? Hey, it's Thursday night. We got some big news that just dropped with Warner Brothers. You know what? We're gonna talk about that later. But it's Thursday night. Could be anywhere, but you're here with us. So let's get it. Yeah.
Yeah, so what we got up first, Kreese?
So our boy Gary and Grace Randolph have been going at it for the last couple of days. And I thought it was like hilarious and I thought it was really funny.
Did,
What do you guys think?
okay. So let's get some background on this. So we all know what happened at the BAFTAs with the guy that has Tourette's. He said the N word, which he can't help it because it's involuntary. You know, it just random like fuck. You know, I mean, I got Tourette's of the hands. You know,
Yeah.
but Grace Randolph started running her fucking mouth, trying to white knight for people. God, this woman is a fucking retard and a half.
Hey, that's insulting to retards.
That is
But you
true.
can't say the word retard anymore.
I don't care.
I'm literally gonna make a T-shirt and sell it on the darn thing. Make retard great again. I'm gonna fucking do it. AP, help me design that shit. We're gonna make something that says saying retard great again. We're gonna fucking sell that shit.
What's it called? Didn't they as my man Ralphie Main said, like he said like I mean intellectual disability Americans or something. That's what they call them. Or
Intellectually
like
disabled Americans.
something like that. I'm like, so you mean retard? That's what they said and everything, you know, like don't get mad at me or whatever. It's just the truth. Like anyway, I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. My bad.
So Grace tweeted out talking about how that he could control what he says and stuff like this, and everybody start roasting the living shit out of this woman, right? Roasting the shit out of her.
Oh
Like,
yes.
don't you know how people with fucking Tourette's how it works? I mean, obviously you didn't see his documentary, or you don't know how people with Tourette's handle day to day stuff. Like, I have a cousin that has Tourette's, and yes, I've been in crowds of when they're with black people around, they say the N word, or they're around Mexicans and they say wetbacks and stuff like that. Can't fucking help it. I mean, people are like that, right? And a lot of times they get in trouble for it. But so I can't remember the man's name that was doing it, but they let everybody know at the BAFTAs that
Yeah.
he has they hear inappropriate things. And Hayden brought this up last night on the GCA that the BBC actually cut out a lot of the stuff that he was yelling, except for the one thing.
Word.
Except for the one word that
John
they wanted to
Davidson.
hear.
That John Davidson is the man's name.
They
Yes.
just wanted They just wanted something to talk about it. They were so bored in Britain. They know that's what that was the because it's Black History Month and therefore we need the black folks were highly mad. And I'm like,
Yeah.
man,
Another
like,
Yes,
case
Queen.
of-
Yes, Queen. Hit Kama's dad with a spoon. You have my full
Jesus.
permission.
Hey,
crap.
this is another case of the cult of the crybabies.
Yeah, and the thing was, if you watch the footage of Michael B. Jordan and the guy from Sinners, you can see that there was a little bit of shock, but
they kept on rolling. Or
they
whatever.
kept
Yeah.
on rolling with it. And then, I think an hour in, the guy that plays he plays Nightcrawler was up there, and he was explaining what was going on. But so the guy that has Tourette's, he literally went to another part of the venue. He literally went. He's like, he didn't apologize. He shouldn't have to apologize. He has a milking condition.
He's self-isolated is the problem.
Yeah,
after he made the statement,
apologizing and everything. Like, I'm sorry, guys, I can't help it. Like, please forgive me and everything. I don't mean to say these things, but it's coming to my mind and everything. Like the. So,
But
like,
this is the kicker. This is the kicker. They're always saying that we should support people with disabilities and mental problems and stuff like this, and they're attacking the guy that has a disability. Literally, they're attacking him for saying having something that he cannot control over, and it's fucking funny as hell.
Okay,
they have to.
To pause this for a second, AP sent me something real quick.
They have to decide who it is that they're going to go after when it came to that. Oh. Oh
boy! wait, Ebola! It's got load in for me. It's got load in for me.
Oh,
that needs to be on a hat. It needs to be on shirts. We need it on mugs. That's official for the homies merch right there.
Oh man!
Yes.
Do you see it?
It's got load in for me. It's got load in for me. We definitely go put this on shit. We definitely go put this on shit.
Hopefully, a few more years, it won't just be a retard. It might be another gamer word. But
there we
that's
go.
just me hoping.
There we go. There we go.
Shout out to my man Randall from Clerks too. Like,
I
won't say what he said. Like,
you just watch. I'm taking it back.
I'm taking it back. Like,
we already took back the word "chud" as well.
Oh god.
But this shit with Grace, she just randomly all of a sudden fucking throws up Gary's thumbnail in a video that he was talking about it, and started running her fucking cum dumpster on Gary for no apparent reason. No fucking apparent reason. And you gotta remember, this is the woman when Sound of Freedom came out, said it was a QAnon conspiracy. She went after like Mario, and she went after like these other productions and shit. This woman has no fucking clue what she's fucking talking about. She's a fucking tourist.
She hates Sydney Sweeney. She hates what's her name?
She's a failed comic book writer. She's a failed comic book writer too. And it's stupid, dude.
Who plays Captain Marvel again? Brie Larson.
Which one?
Larson, yeah.
She hates Brie Larson, man. Like she's just like she's jealous of that woman.
Because
man.
Brie Larson is now Brie Larson now is
kind
of a semi-normal person.
Well, I mean, no, it's because what is it? Yeah, we can't thank Ryan Kindle for that, but it is also
Ryan Kindle.
She's like a huge what's the word I'm looking for? She's a huge Nintendo fan. And that's one of the reasons why she got the voice for like Rosalina now in the new Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Because if you watch back, like it was 2020 or 2021 or something, she was in multiple ads for Animal Crossing.
Thank you, Comics Dad. You're right. And she was because they were doing comparison on how she loved Django Unchained, where they said the N word like was it like 30
Tarantino
something times, like
over
30
30.
something times is
That's
over
that's
30
Yep.
light.
times, and she's having a fucking meltdown because a
They're
white
holding
guy
her to
with
fire.
Tourette's said it.
Well, her reasoning is those are actors, so like there's some it's
Well,
okay
he's
for
an actor too.
Yeah, the actors, but they're deliberately saying the word, mind you, deliberately saying. A huge difference between that and a dude who can't control his own damn mouth, and
And
then it
then
just
also,
spurts out.
what's the kicker part is like Jamie Foxx started to run his trap
Oh,
and everything.
God,
I'm like,
yeah.
Jamie, you're the main one that gave Leonardo DiCaprio
The
and
pass.
Tarantino the pass. Like
Yeah.
he said,
Mhm.
man, we gotta make this movie authentic. So, go ahead
See,
and do it.
Kreese, this is the reason why Vagabond can never give the pass out ever the fuck again. Because of Jamie Foxx, man. Jamie Foxx you should never give the in pass out ever
There
the
we
fuck
go.
again.
Everybody, we have our guest in, Nick.
What up,
Strike one.
Nick?
What's up,
Nick?
gentlemen?
How you doing?
What's up?
Plot Strikes Back.
How we
how
doing,
you my man?
y'all? How we doing? Listen, I just wanted to say, this is the first time I've worn my Horseman shirt. I saved
Oh.
it for a good occasion.
Nice.
All right, all
nice,
right.
nice.
Yeah. You didn't wear it yesterday on Trigger Happy. Thank you.
I did.
We know who you like better.
My favoritism shows, huh?
Yeah.
Well, Nick.
Well,
Oh,
I
man.
mean, well, technically ABF and Jess are my bosses because I do mods for both of them.
Oh,
That
True.
is true.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I also heard something interesting about Atomic Patriot after the fact from ABF stream yesterday.
Is it
Oh.
he's a French commie?
Yeah, so he's not actually a patriot. No, I'm kidding. It's that he's a big fan of Sims 4.
Oh, yes.
Oh, we already know this.
Oh.
We already know this.
Okay,
big
good.
of
I
a
just want to
fan
make
that
sure
he
that's
apparently-
addressed.
Sims 4.
Okay, so we do
Sorry,
we do
Patriot.
we do a gaming stream like at least 3 to 4 weeks out of the month. We do an anime show, but we do gaming streams the majority of the month on the weekends. And we're trying to figure out what we could play. And our good friend MKMPU fan was like, we could
Yeah.
play Sims. And I was like, the only Sims game I ever played was Playboy Mansion. That's the only one I ever played because that's the
It's
only
the
one I
one we
had.
should play.
Yeah, and he was like, he was like, wow, Atomic's got all these Sim DLCs, and we were like, wow.
He's got deep pockets if he can afford all them DLCs. That's all I'll say.
You're very generous when this channel gets monetized. I'm just saying.
That's like a gotcha
Hey,
game's worth.
AP wants
Oh,
to relive
seriously.
a fantasy he'll never receive.
What AP? What's your favorite Sims DLC?
Oh, man. We should go down the list. Let's go down the list and see what his favorite ones. We can just kind of guess from there.
Right.
True.
But
getting back to this with
Yeah.
Grace. I mean, she's a tourist, and she's gaslighting people, and she's trying to be a white knight, and she's just stupid.
I mean,
Yeah.
we knew that when she didn't even understand the Mario raccoon suit in the first movie.
I think the
She's
Mario
like-
raccoon suit is pretty bad. I don't think
She
no one
called
liked
it
this
she
movie.
called it furry, and I'm like, that's a old Tanuki suit. Have you not
Right.
at least played Mario Mario 1 or 2?
yeah.
Well, the Tanuki suit was introduced, if I remember right, in Super Mario World 3. No, Super
That,
Mario Brothers.
I
3,
meant
that-
Super Mario
Great.
World.
Yeah. Well, let's ask Nick how he feels on this. How do you feel about this whole entire situation between Grace and Gary?
Yeah, no, it's pretty aggravating because I just think number one, it just shows you that even if she's doing it for like grifting or trolling purposes, it's just like It's like it somehow has ascended to a whole other level of stupidity. Like there's nothing that she says that can be backed up, that she can vouch for. I mean, it was like one of her posts that got you know, the what do you call it? The
Community
news,
noted.
the community notes,
Oh, yeah.
like 4 or 5 of them, and I'm like, that just shows you how inaccurate she is. She doesn't do a lick of research.
Nope.
And then for someone who's trying to create content, like, I mean, you just make yourself look so dumb. And that's why I had to make a post. I'm like, this just shows how low your IQ is. Like, you don't need to take a test, because the test itself would be go to Google, type up what, you know, Tourette syndrome is, and then read about it for 10 minutes. And that should give you enough information alone, like, you know, giving yourself an hour's worth of time to read and then digest that information, take what happened in the story and go, oh yeah, maybe it is just an unfortunate accident. I mean, the guy left because he felt bad. You know,
Right.
had he stayed and continued to say those words or other words, I mean, what if he just started going, you know, bundle of sticks, right? Just, you know, dropping other types of slurs. Like, he could have done that potentially, but he didn't, because he's like, oh my God, I just realized what I said. All right, you got to get out of here. You know, so she's been digging a hole for some time now, but I definitely feel like this like just takes the cake. This is like the worst it's probably been with her, because like I said, there's nothing she can do to circumvent her actions. Like, it's just, you're done.
I think the irony in like the actions she's doing right now too has to be that all of it is in essentially the process of not trying to look like the bad guy in it. You know what I mean? Like the
Right.
idea of not excusing the fact that John Davidson said the N-word in it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh no, he has to be condemned for it, because obviously there's like the whole hierarchy of like who can be protected or who's privileged and whatnot. And
Right.
somehow, forgive me for saying this, Kreese, but somehow black folks are above disabled people, essentially. That's kind of what it's becoming. So, so because of that, she's trying everything she can to defend Michael B. Jordan and Delroy. Oh God, what's the actor's name again?
I forgot. But neither ones on the stage look upset or offended.
No, I'm sure that they already got the news that they were inviting a guest over who had this specific form of Tourette's, so it's something
Right.
they had to expect. But, you know, Grace here is just continuing to dig the hole further and further until she's going to reach rock bottom, and it's just going to make her look bad on all grounds. Everybody's just not going to want anything to do with her.
See, this is her problem. Like, here lately, she's been like white knighting for the wrong reasons. For the fucking wrong reasons. And it's
Right.
just, like I said, I've said this 1,000 times. I did a video about her when Sound of Freedom came out. She called it QAnon fucking conspiracy and shit like that.
But the thing is, everyone called it QAnon, so she was just following
But
what everyone else was saying.
She's a
But that
tourist.
doesn't
She's
help
always
either.
been a tourist. But my thing is this:
Yeah.
like Michael B. Jordan. If I'm like this, if Michael B. Jordan and them didn't get mad, why are you mad? Type of thing.
Right.
But also another thing is, like, I'm gonna say something that's gonna be a little controversial a little bit, but you know what? I'm black. I can say it. Listen, yeah.
Oh.
The word nigga or whatever, or I'm not gonna say the other one because the ER or whatever. Yeah, black folks did messed up the whole entire game on that whole entire word, because hold on, let me say it. However,
They use it all the time.
You tried to make a term and endearment when you already know that this was like a word that like your ancestors used to get beaten up for or whatever.
Right.
Like was seen as low as trash or animals or whatever.
So
And
Kreese,
no, man, because we got to take away the power, man, because we're gonna take off 2 other words and put an A in front of it, and that's supposed to change everything. Doesn't make sense to me.
Oh man.
So black people stole something again?
Yes. Black people stole something again, and it's stupid and everything. It's the most dumbest thing that you could protect.
The thing, Grace, the thing is though, I've heard it, but I don't know which version did he say. Did he say with the ER or the
It was
A?
the ER.
It was ER.
It
Like
was,
it
it was the hard R.
he had the
Hard
Scottish accent, but you could hear that hard R.
Yeah.
I think he even
Yeah.
said it twice, if I'm
But
right.
It was
still, my thing is this.
back to back.
This is
Yeah.
this is my whole entire
And he
thing.
escorted himself out of the
you
room.
either you don't say it. I mean, like either no one can say it or like everybody can say it. That's how I see it and everything.
Well,
Like,
Chris, you know
yeah.
what? You know who you blame for that? You blame Jesse Jackson, who recently just passed away.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
the
that's
one.
right.
He's the one that was like condoning black men or kids to take that word
Yeah,
and
we
use it.
could
He
take away the
condoned that
power.
shit.
The power. We're gonna
Yeah.
take away the power from the word. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's stupid. You know what? I'm gonna say another thing that's controversial. You know what? Gavin Newsom might have. You know what? Gavin Newsom might have been a little bit right about y'all and everything. A little bit, or whatever, with that 960 IQ of SAT
Whoa.
scores. Because guess what? Y'all still gonna vote for him. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that, but you know, it is what it is. Like, my bad. I'm sorry. We're gonna keep on fighting for a word that was like made black people feel lesser than animals. But okay, like that white guy with Tourette's is the problem.
Yeah,
My
but
bad.
we all, but I mean, I don't want to go political here, but we all know that they used to use the word. They used the word. They started using the word as empowerment, and all they did was just make themselves look. That's
Stupid.
we all know what that word is. It means an ignorant person,
Yeah.
and they literally they literally proved the definition for that word as an ignorant person.
That and also it's because like the country bumpers couldn't say Nigerians like because their southern accents was too thick
Too
or whatever.
strong,
So
yeah.
that's what it
Yeah.
was. Like that's not I'm not making it up. You can actually look this up yourself and everything. Like but
So what
yeah,
we got
like
next, Chris?
yeah, we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about some Xbox news. So you guys are into gaming or whatever. So there's a lot of Xbox news that's going on. Like I keep on hearing that this is gonna be the death of Xbox. Is this true or not?
Okay, so
The
It's looking
Xbox
like
was
it.
technically already dead.
Potentially.
well, I just will I want to say this much: when it comes to
Dying?
the new CEO of fucking Xbox, I want to tell you something, lady. We all know you faked your gamer score because there ain't no way in hell on your first run of Halo Reach you beat it in less than a few hours. There's no fucking way
There's
in hell.
Did you say
There's
what difficult? Did you say what difficulty?
no. It just says she beat everything on Halo Reach in a
There's
matter of was like 2-3 hours,
there's no
and I'm
way.
like, no.
Even on the easiest difficulty, like easy or normal, that's 2 hours. I don't see that happening.
What do you think about it, Nick? Because I know
Well-
y'all were talking about a little bit last night on Trigger Happy. So go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm a strong PC gamer now. I mean, I've been purely PC since probably 2015, 2016. The last Xbox console I had was Xbox One.
Same.
You know, and I'd never bought anything else. I don't have a PS5, don't have a PS4. I just go to like, you know, my friends or whatever who had, you know, them, and I'd play like, oh, the Spider-Man game, or, you know, go over and play like Red Dead Redemption, right? And stuff like that, and just hang out, chill. Kind of like we used to do in the old days. You know, and so had you know, a PS1 but didn't have, you know, Xbox or, you know, a PS2, right? So I was okay with that, but I think for the sake of where sales are at, and obviously with Sony, you know, dominating and kind of quote unquote, you know, pulling ahead of the quote unquote console wars, even though they just said, you know, the exclusive games are a thing of the past now, so there really is no console war anymore, right? It's just a matter of like who's buying what. And I've never been into, because I just again didn't stop having a console, but the whole Game Pass thing, right? When I understand the advantages and the pros of having Game Pass for Xbox, you know, owners, and that's fine and all, but I do think there's something about the Game Pass that also hurts the longevity of Xbox as well. and the sales that it could have generated the games, of course, too. But I understand what they were trying to do, and allowing people to experience more because of having Xbox and Game Pass. But I think because that's going away now, if I remember correctly, and I don't know again what these rumors are. I forgot the working name too of this next Xbox console supposed to come out in like
Wasn't it
2020.
Scorpio, I think it
something?
is. Scorpio, something like that.
Yeah,
That's the working title for the new one that they're doing. But it's kind of irrelevant anyways because a lot of the tech that they're changing up now is becoming more mobile and handheld. Like if you remember,
yeah,
Asus has that ROG Ally
ROG, yeah,
Xbox version and everything.
So
yeah,
so it
They're
sounds like they're trying to compete with the Switch at this point.
It's not just that. I think it's a matter of them understanding they can't compete in terms of a strict console market. They're
yep,
basically expanding the portfolio and trying to figure out what's the best way they can make Xbox be available to everybody. That's why there's a whole like tagline of like, oh, everything's an Xbox now. Your PC's an Xbox,
yeah.
your
PCs,
phone's an Xbox.
Xbox,
Your
Hell, even
fridge is an Xbox.
your toilet while you're taking a dump is an Xbox.
your
Like
shower's
everything
an
can become
Xbox.
Yeah. I
that
mean,
that's pretty much what they're doing now because they know consoles for
most of the
them is not going to be viable anymore. Oh Jesus.
most of the consoles are just like straight up entertainment devices or whatever. Like people are just buying it for like it ain't even really for gaming as much. They just like you know put it in
well,
like for Netflix or like
well, that's the first
YouTube.
mistake they made with the Xbox One. If you remember God, I forget which E3 it was. I think it was 2013, but when they were advertising the Xbox One, they didn't call it a console,
I thought
they
that
called
was
it an
14.
entertainment center. Whichever the year was, because I kind of forget what year
That's
it
the
was
one
that
where you have to have it connected to the internet, right?
yes, that's pretty much
That's
what
the
it is.
Xbox One. That was the
That's the
yeah.
Xbox
Xbox
One
One.
that everything had to be connected directly to the internet to
Hmm.
use stuff.
And
Right.
they had to switch up because like the PlayStation just made fun of them and just put a disc in and like they said there. Like
Yeah,
What that was during the whole God, what was that thing? Like the game borrowing thing, basically, where
yeah.
it's like, oh, you need to borrow a game, you need the CD for this, that, and whatever. Then
right,
meanwhile, PlayStation was just like, here you go.
right.
And that's it,
Yeah, they
right?
literally like the
Yeah, and
Japanese just like
they backtracked on that pretty quickly too.
yeah, the Japanese made fun of them. They said like, "Oh, you want to share a game or do you want to just play a game?" They said they just put it in the disc, just like, "Oh dang, bro!
Yeah.
Right.
Like, oh dang, bro! They roasted you guys on that, man. Like, it's a
No, just Xbox never really recovered from that whole scenario, and ever since they've been
They
trying to
really
play
didn't.
catch up to just bad results. I mean, Game Pass is the one thing I can give them, but the fact that they are changing the prices on that now too,
Yep.
yeah, they pretty much just cashed
Because
it
it's
in. They're
because
washed up at this point
it's
now.
their most
Well,
profitable thing left is Game
the
Pass.
so the thing with Game Pass, like they've added like more stuff to it. You
yeah.
know, like the stuff for like
Dragon Age
Fortnite.
Veilgore
They
was
had,
Phantom locked.
oh, fuck you, Ebola. Like they added the crew to
I mean,
the Fortnite stuff for free. They've added like more games to it, and now they're like there's this like big deal where they were going to like add another tier and go up the price on the PC version of Game Pass,
Hmm.
which they don't know if it's going to happen or not. It's just a rumor at this point. Um, like myself, I use Game Pass. I play pretty much all my stuff on. I have a Series S, so I mean, I don't have a disc. I don't have physical media anymore when it comes to the. It's just easier for me just to download a game and play it now. Um, and to me, it's more convenient for me to have it. It's actually cheaper to pay $30 a month and not having to pay up to $100 for a fucking game.
yeah.
Because within a year's
Yeah.
time, when a game's released, it just goes on Game Pass within less than a year. Calling on if the game's good, it's about a year and a half. If the game is bad, 6 months
Yeah.
at the
Yeah,
most.
there's
So you're training so you're willing to just say like, you know what, I don't have to own it. It's not a big deal to
Mm-mm,
me or whatever. Like, because some
mm-mm.
people are different. Like some people like to own their stuff, And then just some people just say like, I don't care about owning it. I just want to play. I just want to play games or whatever. Like,
I mean, like for me, Chris, is like back in the day. The only when I used to like collect stuff, like get the like legendary stuff for video games, like say like Halo Reach, because I got the McFarlane statue on my shelf over there. Was probably one of the last things that I bought for a big thing like that. And no, wait a minute, it was Gears of War 3. It was the legendary. It was the collector's Gears of War 3. But for me, it's like them going up on prices on video games is just fucking stupid at this point. To where, do I feel that this could be the end of Xbox? No, they've been around. They've been around for Microsoft's been around for 50 plus years, and the Xbox hasn't been killed off yet. As many times as people have said that they've lost the console war and stuff. Yeah,
I mean,
but
technically they have, but
people are they're gonna make consoles. They'll switch it around and stuff, and people are still gonna go for it and buy the stuff for it. Just how it's
I
gonna
think
be.
this just shows they'll probably just progress either to like a Nintendo Switch or just be like maybe like Netflix of gaming, where everyone wants to have the
people are gonna
we
play
have
what they want to play at the end of the day. That's what's gonna happen.
like people will want to have their games on Game Pass instead of like how Netflix everyone wants their shows and movies on Netflix.
You know what they need to do? They need to pull. Oh my god, what was that one company?
Something Fly. Was it something Fly?
Gamefly.
Yeah, Gamefly.
Yeah, that's the old company.
Yeah.
What was the streaming platform that Shroud and Ninja joined in like for like
Mixer?
Mixer. Yeah. That was a thing that Microsoft itself
was on there.
Yeah.
And then they pulled I was on there.
Right.
I was on there.
I feel like what they like if they went for something like that, like a 2.0, but basically it would be like they advertise, and it's like having you sign exclusive streamers that play Microsoft based games, Windows included, right? Because Microsoft is Windows, but you sign these streamers so they only play these types of games. So if you want to watch them, then you can have an idea of like, oh, well, I want to watch so and so stream. They only going to play this type of game on Windows or Xbox, and at that point, guess what? They could probably have more, maybe generate more revenue. I mean, I don't know. I literally just thought of it on the fly, but I don't know like what else they could do to capitalize on the competition or set themselves apart or just, I don't know, get back afloat. Because I mean, again, like once you get a PC, it's like there's really no other reason to have a console
outside of the Switch. There's no other.
Yeah,
you don't really need anything else.
Yeah, like I have a Switch too as well, and I mean the only game I have is Mario Kart, but which I haven't played in months. But aside from that, like okay, cool, yeah, GTA 6 is going to come out the console first, but I don't care. I'll wait. And if it does eventually come out in maybe a few months, 6 months, a year later to PC, it's like the game's still going to be super popular. A lot of people are going to be playing. A lot of people are going to be streaming it. It's not going to be super unfortunate to play at any point in time. But I see your comment, Patria. Like, yeah, I still have all my old consoles too, right? Like I have not sold any of my old consoles because I think those are the old systems that have a lot of great games. Like I still have my Super Nintendo, I still have my NES, right? Or I still have my 64. I was definitely I still have my GameCube. I was very pro Nintendo up until the original Xbox came out, because I got heavily into like pro gaming and competitive gaming at that point. But the only PlayStations I owned were a PS1 and PS2, and I actually sold both of them.
I only own the small portable PlayStation 2.
I got my Super Nintendo still. I got
PSP.
I still got my PS3 or whatever. I call it the Toyota Corolla of gaming consoles. That thing still runs pretty good or whatever. My PS4 is kind of like the disc tray doesn't work anymore or whatever. But I got a PS5. That's the only thing that I got or whatever.
I got my PS4, but the one old console I'm still glad I have from like ever since I was a kid was my Nintendo 64. That's the one thing I'm still happy about keeping. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Well,
the
I mean,
PSP was great.
I still got my PSP. I still got it. I don't have
I
the
bought
charger
so many
for it.
Japanese games, man, because there were games that did not get released here. Like I had the initial
Oh
D
boy, here we go.
Oh, no.
PSP
Oh,
game.
nice.
It was all in Japanese, but I'm like, I don't care. I know what to do.
Actually debating about getting a PS2 or whatever, because like there's like
I would advise getting a PS2. I have the small silver mini one though.
because there's like
Hmm.
I want to get
PS2,
I wanna play some
that
PS2
one's useful
games
for
or PS2
portables.
games. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
very
boy.
nice.
Man.
It's the movie.
Uh,
It's
I
the
mean,
movie.
other than the case being a little crusty, it's still pretty cool to
Yeah.
have.
Back then when they made movie video games.
Well, it was so I was going through like I have like stuff in storage, and I was going through this stuff because I was like trying to find like stuff, and I just got like put up there. I got like clean stuff. I mean, this shit was in storage for like years, but like for my PSP, I had like a ton of movies for it, you know, and I mean, you just think about it. I mean, that's a whole movie was on that little disc right there.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's but I think PlayStation and like Xbox just knew that okay, like when it comes to like small hand consoles, like Nintendo got that in the bag. Like you ain't beating them on that one, whoever.
Nintendo just kind of does whatever. Nintendo just does whatever. They don't really care about anyone else. They just kind of stay in their own lane.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, they have the ability to do that. They're like, cool, so we're just gonna be the king of handhelds, and that's it. But also,
Yeah, they're just
you
like,
wanna
we're just
stream
gonna
to
do
your big TV?
whatever.
We got you covered, bro.
Yeah.
They
Well,
want
I
the
mean, that's-
Nintendo clock.
Well, that's the thing. That's the reason why you have the like Steam, you know, the Steam decks, how they became so popular. You know,
And
Steam
the
decks
and the
they
and the
literally
new
were like,
GameCube.
I mean, yeah, they literally were like, okay, Nintendo's got the Switch and Switch 2. I mean, we got to do something to, you know, be a competitor to that.
Yeah.
And now, you know, Xbox is doing the exact same thing. And I'm like, I just remember when you only had like there's only like at the time 3 consoles. You had the Xbox, you had the PlayStation, and you had the Dreamcast, you know, or GameCube or something like that.
Or
at
Sega
any
Genesis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
oh man, I used to have one of those.
dude,
That-
like I'm so happy that they
Sega
remastered
Game Gear, man.
Oh, yeah, I had that too.
Yeah, I remember that.
I
Game
mean,
Gears
like
were fun.
one good thing, like I heard the news that they remastered all 3 of the Legacy of Kain Soul Weaver series, and I'm like, it's about damn time we get in Defiance. I love that game, but that's a game that needs a sequel to it.
For sure. Well, I guess we can get into our trailers. So the first trailer, which we have to play silent, is Toy Story 5 or whatever, but yeah, we got to play all our stuff silent because you know, like these
YouTube is,
like Disney and Warner Brothers want to hit a channel.
Mhm.
But
Oh yeah, so
Alright.
I'm gonna let everybody know that even though we did get the Left Eye Ego stream back, I'm gonna have to take it down when we get monetized because I'm not giving fucking Amazon a bit of our fucking money from that damn stream.
we'll make that exclusive. Like if you put it
Members
on
only.
Rumble exclusive,
I'll
everybody.
download that and put that on Rumble.
All right, ready for the movie no one cares about?
Shit, man.
I'll be honest with you, I could care less about Toy Story. It's a franchise that just
It
it's
should
not
have stayed at
appealing
3.
anymore.
I think it's just.
I mean,
another
the
crap.
meme that we got is fucking Woody. He has a bald spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's John Cena.
shines in the back of his head.
So from what I'm hearing, the plot is it's old school toys versus the handheld toys
Yep.
type of thing. Like,
Versus the
video game-
iPad.
Yeah.
It's the new generation of toys.
I
Yeah.
mean, is that the little kid from the memes where she's on the bridge and the thing pops and she screams? Is that the girl from those memes?
No, oh, from
I think that's a different
what is that?
movie.
That's Ralph Breaks the Internet or something like that. But no,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
character.
different.
This character Bonnie's from Toy Story here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
was
the
she
new
in
An-
3?
They said that like the first 3 is the Andy trilogy and these next couple are supposed to be the Bonnie trilogy or whatever. I'm like, oh
Interesting.
god.
No one cares, and no one cares.
It is an interesting concept if like if you did a separate like if you did a different separate thing like you have
He's
these
got the
3.
poncho on. Oh,
That's
Andy's
so
bald.
funny.
That's kind of funny.
Buzz.
I'm surprised Tom Hanks is still getting work after all these
Yeah.
accusations, you know?
I mean,
But-
they're gonna take care of each other, right?
Well,
Yeah.
this,
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
this so this was filmed like a few years ago, and it's just now coming out.
Oh yeah, it takes years for them to do a Pixar movie. or
Yeah.
whatever, so
It was actually
Yeah.
good to see the true Buzz Lightyear and not that crap that we got from the Buzz Lightyear movie.
The
Fake-
Chris
fake
Evans
light.
voice acted one, yeah.
Fake
Yeah,
Lightyear.
Disney's like, you know what? Let's go back to Tom Hanks.
yeah. Like they said that
Yeah.
Tom Hanks was kind of hurt when he didn't get the role for it or whatever. He's like, well,
Right.
dang, well, F me, man. Like all them years I played Buzz. Okay, fine. I'm gonna let you guys do it yourself.
Tom Hanks did not play Buzz. What the hell are you
I
talking
got the
about?
I got the name wrong. It was
Yeah, we
it's
meant Tim Allen. Yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Hanks
Tim-
is Woody.
Tim
Yeah, Tim Allen. or
Tim
whatever.
Allen's goated, but no, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and I listen. I'm sure this movie will do well
Oh yeah.
because it's Toy Story, right? It's
Right,
it's
right.
name
It's just-
brand.
It's just the fact that I think Toy Story has like
Okay,
my
well,
generation's gonna show up to this movie with their.
It's not going to be a
Well, okay,
billion
what I
dollar-
want-
it's not going to be a
what-
$1 billion film. It's
What I
not
want to
gonna be a
ask
billion.
is this: like, how
No.
much success for Toy Story 4 was attributed to with Keanu Reeves being in the film? That's kind of
Right.
the thing I want to know, because Toy Story 3 pretty much everybody has said this before, so I'm not somebody new saying it, but Toy Story 3 pretty much capped off the trilogy very nicely. You know, everybody grew up watching the first 2 films. The third one brought the series back and then finally tied a nice little bow to it just to wrap everything up. Very nice. The 4th one comes out of nowhere. It's completely unnecessary, but hey, look, Keanu Reeves is in here. And, I'll just, do you remember this? Remember that? And it just seemed very unnecessary. I skipped it. I never bothered watching
I
it.
didn't watch it. All I knew is that they changed the Bony Bon Peep's entire anatomy for that movie.
This 5th one, it might seem interesting because now it's like toys versus the iPad. So
Mhm.
now,
It's-
I have to decide which is the one that's going to come out
Well,
on top.
it is an interesting concept. Like growing up, it's like the age of technology now, and then now the original toys are fighting for like over the entertainment toys now.
Right,
Yeah.
but this
You
is a
get-
story you could have told like 5 years ago, though. Hell, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You could have told this story. There's no reason for it to come out now
Well,
because
yeah.
that kind of tale is pretty old now at this point.
Yeah,
You got to look at it this way. It's just a cash grab at this point. It's
Yeah,
all
I mean,
it is.
Toy
It's
Story
the
is
only,
one of
it's
the
the
last
only
few.
conclusion you can come to. Yeah.
Toy
It's
Story is one of the
Disney, for
last few
Christ's
things
sakes.
Disney has left, I guess.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Toy Story.
I
So
mean, it was bound to happen or whatever. This was bound to happen with the technology versus toys thing. Cause like, if you have noticed, like, cause I got little cousins. I don't know about you or if you guys got nieces or nephews or whatever.
I got both
Like,
of you.
they don't,
mine
they
are still
don't,
babies.
they don't really play with physical toys anymore. Like, I don't see
I'm-
they like.
You gotta.
I
get
mean,
them to
it
do it.
depends
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
household. I'll say
depends on
this,
the
like,
household, too.
That's true, Ronan. Yeah.
look, my brothers in my brother's household, my niece over there and the nephew play with toys still. Like none of them actually have iPads at all,
That's
not yet
good,
at
though.
least.
That's
No,
good.
it is. Meanwhile, at my
That's a good
sister's
thing.
house, it's a completely different story. Both nephews over there have started using iPads pretty early onwards, and they're just glued to it like fucking zombies. It's a little
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah, my
We're
nieces
becoming
are like
up.
that, and it's like, and I obviously will tell you know, tell them, look, it's fine. And when I'm watching them and babysitting, like I try to get them to play with physical toys. Like I'm like, hey, I recently bought like a Lego set, and I'm like, let's build some Legos together. Like, let's read the instructions. Let's understand
Yeah.
how these shapes
Have some
match and
family
how
time.
Mm-hmm.
like, and then sure enough, they're like, oh my God, I want to buy more Legos. And I'm like, thank God, like it's something that's
All
creative
right.
that makes you
Very nice.
think. Just like anything that they can build with
Get away
or
from
have an
the
imagination from. Yeah, like I mean, I'd rather buy them Barbies. Like, okay, here's a Barbie house and here's some Barbies. Like, have fun with the imagination, in them in the kitchen or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
it's just whatever it is, right? It's just that's time away from you having screen time. Now they obviously know how to work an iPad, which
have no
it's like
choice
I've
if they're in
set up.
school with them. So
Right, yeah, and so like, it's like, and I understand like when they're at school, they're not on the phone or on the iPad. So but at night, it's like they got limited screen time. I have the parental because I set up everything through like the Amazon Fire tablets, right? So
Yeah.
I see how much time they have, and I can go boop lock,
yeah.
and that's
All
You're
right, there you
done
go.
for the night.
There you go.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I mean, come on,
Go to bed. I
mean-
see your ass up still. Go to bed.
I mean, come on. Who? I mean, grown ass people. They do play with toys. I mean, they do like toys. I mean,
Oh yeah, I mean, it's like
I have like
I mean,
Oh yes, absolutely. We love playing with toys. Oh fuck, I can't show it all that well. There we go.
Yeah, here we
Yeah,
go.
we love playing with toys.
I have 2 sets
Oh,
of like
jeez.
Lego things sat on cabinets.
I mean,
can I just put Vader like on my
got my
Hey,
My
Campia, here's one for you.
Right
Here's
there.
one
There
for
you go.
Campia.
Is that Sean?
I don't know how I can put Vader on this microphone.
from what I'm seeing is it's like with little more of the younger generation, they're more into the technology base or whatever. Whereas like us grown men, we just showed our action figure collections and everything like that. Do not judge me and everything.
Well, I mean, because we grew up with this stuff
Yeah.
combined with obviously like video games. So it's a good blend. Like if we're not playing the video game, sure, we can play with the action figures at least. Because we know that the parents are gonna pull us out of it. It's like, okay, that's enough time of those violent video games. Now here, go play with this, and then we're playing violent fucking
Or
GI
they just
Joes or
teach
something
you-
like
All right,
that.
hold on,
Now,
one second. Hey,
playing
Kreese,
Army.
Kreese.
What's up?
Okay, wrestling figure or MMA figure? It's Brock Lesnar. Which one do you think it is?
I think it's gonna be his MMA figure.
Wrestling.
Yep, MMA.
It's his MMA. Yeah, look, he's wearing the shorts.
Yeah.
But
Look,
I mean,
feet.
look,
Vagabond's
Vagabond's not
gonna
on the
come-
stream, okay? He's not on the stream. There's no need to
Vagabond's
show
gonna
feet.
come in the stream in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Oh god. But I mean, like, that's the point that I'm trying to make though, Kreese, is that like when it comes to Toy Story 5,
Yeah.
I get the story's interesting that they're doing toys and tech now, but
Yeah.
like, you could have
Just
told
no
the
one
story like
cares.
you could
Yeah,
have told it like 10
That
years
could've been-
ago again.
That could have been
Yeah.
the fourth
I-
movie.
I
That could've
get that they're gonna make the movie regardless because
Yeah.
it's a huge franchise. They're gonna make money out of it, and they're probably gonna be successful with this movie as well too.
course.
But it's just for me, it's one of those too little, too late kind of things. Or you know what? Not even that. It just seems unnecessary in
I
general.
think you should have, in my opinion, if you were gonna do this, they should have done this as Toy Story 4 instead of
Yeah.
5.
I would have loved that.
Yeah.
Would have
Like
been
if you
much
did
more
this
interesting as
one
4.
first instead of the fourth one, I think it would have been better perceived, and Toy Story probably would have still been somewhat. People still cared because Toy Story 4 was horrendous, and people were like, "I'm done with Toy Story after this one."
Well, the reason why they're doing this one now is because of the debacle of the Lightyear movie.
Mhm.
People across the board hated Lightyear.
Yeah.
They fucking hated it, right?
They had-
And
And
Chris Evans
and
not a
they're-
movie star.
Yeah, true. And I mean, when it Lightyear came out, what, 2 years ago? Roughly 2 years ago?
Was it 2 or 3 years ago?
2 or
Something like
3,
that.
I would think.
I think 3 or
And
4.
they had already when they
when
already had planned that when it failed, they were going to put this out, and it's not going to be that good. Is it going to make money?
It came
Absolutely.
out in 22.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So that's
So
4
it-
years
it-
ago.
now, yeah.
Yeah, about
yeah,
4 years ago now.
it'll make money. Is it going to be a $1 billion film? Maybe. Maybe not.
If the story's good and the word of mouth is good, this will make money. It'll definitely
Yeah.
it'll definitely take up
800. I could see the 800 mil maybe.
Yeah.
You know,
because like
I think that's a
Worldwide.
good
what's his
estimate.
competition like after that? It's like Supergirl. Like Supergirl is like right after this movie or
I-
something like that.
I think it's gonna make Grogu Mandalorian numbers because I think it's. I mean, for me, honestly, it's gonna be a toss up, but I still think that it's possible Grogu and Mando's gonna be a $1 billion film, but it's gonna be around $800 to $900 million.
I think if it doesn't make $1 billion, it's probably gonna be like 700 or 800.
I'm fine.
I don't know.
Mm.
I still don't know about
500,
Mandalorian
700.
because they didn't really show anything with the trailer, and people, no, normal people don't really care about Grogu anymore.
Oh, that's a little crappy, Bola. That's a
Let
little
me
crap.
unless you're a woman.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also-
there was when I was at last time I was at Walmart, you used to see the kids like toting out Grogu stuff. I mean,
That's what I'm
kids
saying.
and
That's what
girls
I'm saying.
like
It's meant for like it's more kid centric. It's the Grogu's more for kids.
Well, we know like one of our good friends. He really loves it, and that's AP. I mean, he's got Grogu stuff everywhere. So yeah.
Anyway,
Just-
let's get to the main trailer, the
Okay,
real trailer, like the
Ah,
main
yes.
bit, like the main
Yes.
What
bit.
Ronan doesn't like.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna
What?
tell you, Kreese. I
ready
think
for
this
Mortal
Mortal Kombat Part 2 is gonna be better than Annihilation. I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
better than Annihilation.
Is
Yeah,
that
yes.
a high bar?
That's a
Not
high
really.
bar, baby.
It might listen. I think the original Mortal Kombat movie is just nostalgic, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
But I feel like this movie might be the best Mortal Kombat
I think this
movie.
might be the
we'll-
best
Oh,
one.
hell yes.
This
Yeah.
trailer right here.
Okay.
said,
Per-
like,
okay, that's what
Perfect
sh-
casting. Carl Urban was perfectly cast as fucking
yes.
Johnny Cage. 100%.
for me, I was saying like he's a little too old, but you know what? Let me see what happens in the trailer, and like he kind of sold me on it. I
Hey,
was like,
Kreese, it looks like they changed the actors of Liu Kang in this. I don't think it's the same actor from the first movie. The
Are you sure it looked
I don't
like
think
the same guy?
I think it's the
Or
same.
maybe
guy.
that's just
Well,
my
that's-
Asian
that's
racism.
Johnny-
Asians look the same. Asians look the same to me.
It's the same
That's
Kung Lao, yeah.
that's just racist.
Well, no, the
Slanty-eyed
actor for
bastards.
Kung Lao, I'm pretty sure is the same. Like as soon as Kung Lao
Yeah.
showed up, which surprised me, I didn't know he was coming back, but
Yeah.
that was definitely the same guy.
Oh, it's definitely.
You know
like,
what? You know what? Just get Yo Pops to be every Asian in a movie.
yeah,
There you go.
and we gotta
Okay,
get
is this or the Street Fighter movie gonna be better?
We don't know, but let's just like watch the trailer.
Okay.
I want to see both of them. I want to see both
Yeah.
of them.
It's like he's at a convention thing, like oh man.
There's Adenia.
Yep.
That's
I like.
uh,
You gotta remember that's Outworld, but it used to be Adenia, and there's
Yeah.
Katana.
Dude, Raiden looks dope. in
Oh,
this.
Raiden looks freaking.
Oh yeah.
amazing.
I mean, the effects look really well done.
yeah.
But they don't look
Mhm.
cheesy. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
like CGI slap. I'm like, they actually look pretty legit.
I'm going to the theater for this one. This is the one
I,
that
dude,
I'm
I am
going
too,
to.
man. I'm
Yep.
in. I'm in.
Yeah. This
I mean,
trailer
I don't
sold me.
know. I don't know how you feel about like the last one when they had Goro in the
Yeah.
the
Now the
most
last one
recent
was
one.
The last one had a potential to be a good movie, but it was just.
I mean,
like,
I
it was
like
like,
the Goro in it, but it's not Goro from the original Mortal Kombat
No.
movie where it was a dude in a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a
Goro-
different Liu Kang.
Goro got done dirty in the first movie, but and the best part about part 1 was really the opening with Scorpion
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
and Sub-Zero. Like
Yes.
that whole opening, like those like first 15 or 20 minutes, I'm like,
From
it's the best part of the whole movie. And you're like, oh my God, like, this movie's gonna be dope. Then you watch the rest of the movie and you're like, okay, what happened?
the thing was, it's like they tried. I
Souls
mean,
mine.
credit to them. They were trying to like with Cole. They were trying to make a new character, which
Yeah.
I'm all for new
He was the
characters.
creative
However,
character. He
Yeah,
was
he was
the
the creative
creative
character.
character.
What
I
he's
see
a
what they were.
wait,
I see what they
he's
were
a
trying to
character.
do. I see what they were trying to do or whatever.
Mhm.
It was
Well,
trying
he's
to
a
be something
character that
new.
the audience can relate to, like one
Yeah.
that like the audience themselves can kind of put themselves into, just so that way it's like, oh, you
Yeah.
know, we're all fighting alongside Sonya and Jax, and even to some point it was God, what's his name? Kano as well for like a
Yeah.
short bit until he
Kano's
betrayed
back in
everyone.
this
But yeah,
movie too. Like they
yep, he
know.
is.
Yeah. So
Baraka.
yeah. Oh man, look at that. Ugh, yes,
Baraka
I'm
being
ready.
in this honestly was really cool. I'm not
I'm
gonna
ready.
lie.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I want to see it. I want to see it. You don't need to show me no more stuff. I'm
Yeah,
good with it.
that one trailer, I'm like, I'm you know what? I was definitely weary at first, but this is the best trailer. I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all don't need to do anything else.
They didn't
We're
show
like,
too much. They didn't show too much of the movie. They like, yo, man, this is not,
Just,
hey,
just
man,
to let him
All
out.
yeah,
all I asked, if you fucking do Liu Kang's dragon, don't give us the slop like you did in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. At least
Oh,
make it
no,
look like a
yeah.
fucking dragon. Make the fatalities. That's the reason why I love the original Mortal Kombat movie was the
Yeah.
fucking fatalities.
yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But
I
Oh, go
saw a
ahead.
screenshot. I like apparently there's I think it's the scene when Kano kind of like he's like waking up and he has as eye. I think it's that scene where you can see, or maybe it's another scene, but again, roughly that same area. But I think you can see what's his face?
Cole?
No, who's the one, the villain guy? Shang-Chi, is it? Who's like has like
Oh,
the white.
Shang Tsung.
Shang
Shang
Tsung, yeah,
Tsung.
Shang
No,
Tsung.
no,
Thanks,
not
Oh, wait.
not Shang Tsung. Quan Chi.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Quan Chi,
yeah.
Quan
okay,
Chi.
yeah. Oh, the
Yeah,
blonde. Okay.
yeah, he's in it. And because if you played
Ooh, okay.
God, what game was it? Mortal Kombat.
is that the one with that live
4.
action cutscenes?
He did make his appearance in Mortal Kombat 3.
Yeah.
3 or
Yeah,
4.
the-
It's 3 or 4.
That's one of the like he kills Liu Kang,
Yeah.
or whatever.
The Adventures of
20
Liu Kang
the
or something?
2021 version of Mortal Kombat, the problem was like once again they gave us they didn't add nothing to Cole or whatever. Like he was just there or whatever. And then you got they didn't make it a Scorpion movie. They should have just made it a Scorpion movie and like we would have been
Guess you have
happy.
another pick, Ebola.
Another pick of what?
Campia says you show the pick.
That's awesome.
Four is when he showed up. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, like for myself, like I love Mortal Kombat, but I'm really excited for Street Fighter. I love the Van Damme Street Fighter movie, and I think this is gonna be just as fucking good.
That's awesome, dude.
I think
Thanks,
it's
Camp, yeah.
just two different audiences where like, Street Fighter is more like, like more, how can I say it? It's more like friendly-ish, whereas Mortal Kombat is more serious type of thing. But
Well, that's how the games
Yeah.
work. I mean, Street Fighter. I mean, Mortal Kombat is literally it's life or death. Street Fighter
Yeah.
is just them fighting. I mean, the
Yeah,
only person that ever kills in Street Fighter is going
Is
to be
Bison.
Bison. Bison
Yeah.
is the only
I
killer.
think it's also
Remember,
because
and
Street
it was
Sagat.
just another
And
Tuesday.
Sagat.
Yeah, it was another
Street
Tuesday.
Fighter, you're able to just make a movie about fighting. Where Street Fighter, I mean Mortal Kombat, you kind of have to have a more story-oriented movie. Street
gonna
Fighter,
happen?
you can kind of
What's
Street
gonna
Fighter, you
happen?
can kind of get away with doing not a story-oriented movie.
What's gonna happen with this is if
October.
like if both Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat do good or whatever this year, I would not be surprised if they actually give us a good Tekken movie. Like they
I
can,
knew
like,
you were gonna say Tekken.
yes.
I'm kind of actually
Hey,
that I
hey.
want to look forward to. 'Cause
That
Dude,
first
imagine-
live action Tekken movie was good. It was good.
Yeah.
I can't agree with that. That one was pretty bad. Like, like that was
I
a
like
straight to
the
DVD bin movie. Like,
I like the animated little animated TV show they did.
now the animated TV show on Netflix, that one was good. Or whatever.
Yeah, it
Yes,
was
that
good.
one was that was decent.
Yeah, that one was
I enjoyed
decent.
that.
It was, I think, it was based around Tekken 6 or 7.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
I
like,
enjoyed that though. That was actually like surprisingly decent. I was like, oh, actually, this is some good Tekken content here.
Yeah.
but-
Like Heihachi was like a really big douche to Jin. Like,
Well, he's a douche to every
that's
relative
true,
he
but
has.
that is true. However, he
That's
hates his,
Hayachi.
I mean, I hope we get a
he
good
hates his
Street Fighter
daughter-in-law.
movie.
He hates his grandson. So
Hey,
you know.
Actually,
can I get the
if,
story about the fighting, or is it kangaroo?
The fighting king.
oh, the fighting. God, I remember that character fighting kangaroo.
Now, what if we got a Soul Cal movie too?
Ooh,
Ooh,
Soul
Soul
Calibur
that
Calibur
would
would
be
be fun.
tight.
That would be
Soul
great.
Calibur, that would be tight.
I think,
love
like, depending
I'll
on the
actually watch that.
success, depending on the success on some of these like fighting game films, I think the one I would really love to see, this is the dream, Killer Instinct. I want to see Killer Instinct.
Ooh.
That
Oh
would be
yeah,
fucking insane, dude.
that'd be cool.
I would like
Yeah.
I like to see a reboot to DOA. I love
Dead
the
or Alive.
DOA movie,
Well,
man.
yeah.
I fucking love that movie. I love to see a reboot to that one.
Well, I mean, they are rebooting the game franchise, so you never know.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I know a lot of people panned that movie, but dude, I love Dead or Alive. That was a good fucking movie for me. I love that movie.
yeah. Oh man. Well, I guess we could go on to like some of our breaking news. So, Nick, I know you just saw the news with Paramount and Warner Brothers or whatever.
Yep.
How you boys
This
feel
one was
about
big.
that?
Let Nick
you know,
talk. Let Nick take over right here.
Yeah.
So I figured this would happen, and I know that in some cases, based on the IPs that were going to get ported over, right?
Mhm.
I think based on what we don't like about Netflix, and a couple and variety of reasons. Number one is the price point. With Netflix always increasing their price point, especially if you want like the best quality of streaming. You're paying, what is it, like 20 or something, or $20 a month now, right? And obviously you're getting strong armed during the amount of sharing you can do as well. But aside from that, with Paramount being a cheaper option on a monthly basis, they obviously added the UFC content,
Yeah.
which is huge. Especially if you like it. I'm a big UFC guy, have been for a
Same.
long time, and I've watched pretty much every single main event since it started streaming on Paramount.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot better than buying it or trying to watch some sort of shady
Multi
sites.
stream. Yeah, shady.
And I'm like, all
I
these
know.
pop-ups happening. You're like, hold on, let me like mirror it to my TV and go on
Oh,
from there.
ESPN
But
was the worst thing, man. Like I hated ESPN's app, dude.
Somebody's
Dude,
not
Yeah.
Good little
using
thing.
VPNs.
Don't forget, everybody. Don't forget, we will be doing a live reaction to Ronda versus Gina on this channel.
that's
Ooh,
gonna
yeah.
be fun.
We'll do a live reaction.
That's gonna be big. And honestly, I think because of the content too, and I know like it's like, oh, the Duffer Brothers are not going to Paramount, and they really didn't have a nice ending with Stranger Things to people. But I do think that number one, we might see a little bit of a price increase because of the new IP, and I get it. But I also think we might be in better hands with the IPs over at Paramount than Netflix. And again, I get just having one company be such monopolizing and powerhouse because of what Netflix already possesses with these IPs. And honestly, they have a lot of great original shows, but so does Paramount. And I think Paramount had a lot of great original shows because of a certain particular Taylor
Mhm.
Sheridan. And they
Yes.
have him for a couple more years, but once he's gone, I will be a little concerned for them, but I think that's why they're also trying to be so hard pressed and grab these IPs, is that they know we're losing Sheridan. his shows are kind of just going to go to a certain point and be done with. It's like I'm sure you guys probably saw that there's going to be the spinoff for Tulsa King that has Sam Jackson, in it, all being done by Taylor Sheridan. And I guarantee you that show is probably going to be another banger. And again, like Paramount has the idea, has the room to capitalize on it, but I think this is going to be to their advantage. And I'm really curious to see what's going to happen after these next 4 days. I think they said they have. So,
4 more days, yeah.
Yeah, so
because his new show Marshall's premieres Sunday, and I can't wait to see that, man. That's gonna be good.
Yeah,
that's gonna be good.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
looking forward to that.
Well, Netflix already said that they're not gonna try to pursue. They're not gonna try to increase their stock because they're losing stuff in the stock.
Mhm.
But my opinion on this whole entire thing, one, it's because like you just said, they're losing Taylor Sheridan, so they need more content.
Right.
There's only so much Landman and Tulsa King and what's the other one?
Mayor of Kingstown.
Mayor
Kingstown, Lioness.
There's only so much they could do on that one or whatever.
Right.
So
what you're telling me Starfleet isn't doing it for Paramount?
Yeah, we're not talking about that. Anyway, but also let's just get to the nitty gritty. They want the cable stations because Donald Trump wants CNN's head on the platter. That was one of the main reasons why too, and everything. That's another reason too. However, that was one of the main reasons why everybody kept on picking on did not want Netflix to buy and everything because they won't be able to get rid of CNN. That's how I feel. But they understand that cable is almost dying or whatever, and they're just gonna add all those cable stations onto the Paramount app or whatever. And hey, cartoon most of the Cartoon Network content is gonna be on there too. So all you Cartoon Network fans that kept on moaning about it, guess what? You have another place where you can watch Paramount stuff. I mean,
most of it's already going on Tubi right now, though.
Yeah.
In a few days, a lot of the old Cartoon Network stuff's going to be put on Tubi.
Yeah.
But the fact that Paramount did manage to buy Warner Brothers Discovery, there's a good chance they probably will try and reclaim some of that stuff back as well too. That's a gold mine of content that they can share because a lot of those animations are high quality stuff. A lot of it's stuff that we grew up with. Of course, they're going to be able to get an audience from that again.
I think out of the options, Netflix and Paramount were the best ones because it's not going to Saudis for one, and also movies will still survive. So I think Netflix and Paramount were the best option. They kind of and both of them kind of got what they wanted at the end of the day. So
nobody really likes monopolies at the end of the day, but this is essentially a lesser of several evils that exist.
I was looking at Netflix, in terms of Netflix, it's a 50-50, so it could be good. And also how Netflix said it's if a movie, it was also the movie theater themselves were also, they were helping themselves because Netflix we don't have to put the movies in the theater since no one goes to the theaters anyways. So
the thing is with because the Ellisons don't get enough credit for this, but since because with Top Gun Maverick or whatever, I believe they owned Paramount at that time or whatever when the world was shut down. They kept on trying to try to keep that movie in the theaters so people could go watch it, so they could the theaters can still eat on something, they could still survive or whatever. So they're pro movie theater or whatever, they're pro physical media or whatever. So I mean, them connected to the president, is that a little suspect? I can see
a little bit.
I can see from their point of people's point of view on why a lot of people are nervous about that. But for the most part, you think Netflix was gonna try to protect you guys? I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Netflix also wouldn't care about CNN either way anyway.
Yeah.
But Netflix was hey, if a movie doesn't do well in the theaters, we can just pull it anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And that's for the movie theaters not making good movies. So
It's but also like this is also another thing. This was David Ellison's like, triumph, like a learning lesson or whatever. Cause like, David Zasloff, he got him. That's what happened. Cause if it was Larry, let's just say in this case, if Larry Ellison would have like said like, hey, I want to buy Warner Brothers, David probably would have done it straight up or whatever. But since it's David and he's the the new kid on the block, he got. That's what happened because like they drove the price up or whatever, and like that's what happened. That's what happened. Like it's like
Yeah, and I feel like let's say there's a new DC movie that comes out
yeah,
and it's not crap. Let's just I don't know what movie it would happen to be. We'll just keep it very anonymous here. But let's just say there is a DC movie that is actually pretty good, that has a lot of good feedback, good casting, best one we've had in a while, but not perfect either.
yeah,
I feel like because it is under the Paramount umbrella, they'll go, you know what? We're going to keep it in theaters as long as we possibly can and not be like, guys, it's been 30 days. We're going to pull it, throw it in streaming. Like, I feel like they would just go, let's just try and get every possible penny we can for this. And obviously we know where it's going to go as soon as it's out of theaters. It's going to go straight to our platform, so,
yeah.
whereas, like Warner Brothers is like, oh, Superman's been out for 30 days and now it's on
HBO
it's
Max.
on HBO Max. So,
45
And-
days. Got to remember that's what the court said. 45 days.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
isn't that what Netflix when they were being questioned said?
That was during the court hearings. It basically said,
Yeah.
"Oh, the movie being out for about a span of 45 days, if it's not making a considerable amount of profit or essentially meeting the expectations they want,
And they could just
yeah,
roll it.
which is probably the only time you're ever going to hear that Superman 2025 did not meet expectations."
Yeah.
And it comes from Netflix.
Well,
Yeah.
we know this for a fact that they cooked the numbers on how much money it made. We know this for a fact.
Yeah.
They cooked the
what,
numbers.
They made it too. They pumped the numbers up too much to where it didn't even sound believable.
Well, I mean, like before, because I did like a little series on this. I said, like, listen, I don't necessarily believe this or whatever, but I kept on saying, like, one, like they're gonna probably pull Superman out early or whatever, and then they're gonna probably pump up their numbers a little bit with like the digital sales, then HBO and Max sales, and then physical media sales or whatever, and then they're gonna add their merchandise sales too to make this thing big old thing, and then Netflix, like, because Ted Sarandos was under law, he can't lie to Congress or whatever. So yeah, it didn't do that well, however. So I don't know, man. Like the streaming war thing, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Like it's getting to the point to where it's just cable again, man. This is just cable on internet. It's cable with internet. That's all it is.
Cable fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you look at the main platforms, right? Like, and you look at, okay, so you see what Netflix has, and it's just everything that they have, they're able to license or, for periods of time. Then you obviously have, Disney that has everything Fox related, everything with Pixar, everything with its own, Disney stamp, but it also has the MCU. It also has Star Wars. I mean, everything in between, Back to the Future, Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, it had so many monster IPs under its umbrella. That's why I was like, I know Disney ain't going to try and make a run at Warner Brothers, because I like that would just be too OP. Yeah. And then plus they ain't doing too well money wise. But then it's just, you have the HBO section with Warner Brothers. I mean, look at the financial situation that they're in right now. So having to sell, but then like Paramount's trying to make way, and obviously with Skydance, and trying to acquire what they can with their original content too. And then you've got you've got Apple TV Plus, which is just, again, solely original content, which is kind of like all over the
Apple
place. I
surprised me.
mean, Apple's been one of those situations where, and again, I remember when they first came out with Ted Lasso during COVID, and that was sort of like a really big surprise because I mean, the first season Ted Lasso was very enjoyable, and I think because of like the positivity that that show portrayed, because there wasn't anything woke about season one. Season two kind of started, to inject all that crap, but season one was very positive, and I think for the time that we all had during those first 6 to 8 months of COVID, it was like, man, it was actually cool to have a good show like this. But then over the course of time between 2020 and now, Apple has definitely raised their price because it used to be like $7 or $8 a month, and now I think it's up to $12 or $13 a month because
You know what
There's
surprised me too
people,
was
more
the
people watch
F1.
it now.
yeah,
Well, there's a lot more content that they have. Like
Yeah.
you said,
for
Nick, they
sure.
got
There's
a
a lot
lot
of
of
bad
the
shows
original
on there
stuff.
too. There's a lot of bad shows on there too.
They got some original films in there too. Like I hear The Gorge is
Yes.
pretty good. That's
I
I
heard
haven't checked that
I
one
heard
out yet,
Gorge is
but-
Tetris was good.
decent. It's like
F1
and
half and half.
and aside
F1
from
was
that, they
good.
also do distribute some like IP content like that's made from like bigger
Yep.
studios. Like for example, Monarch Legacy of Monsters. That's made from Legendary because it's connected to
Yes.
the
New
MonsterVerse
Skybound.
stuff.
season starts
Yeah.
tomorrow, which is
Oh, that's right.
but I don't know how y'all feel about that.
I
Yes.
haven't seen it myself. I'm big on the Legendary MonsterVerse films.
Fantastic.
I've seen
like
some of the
them.
first season, and I
Phantom's-
liked it.
Phantom knows more if anything.
I do like it. I think
Yes,
Kurt
see-
Russell was a good choice to be part of that series, and his son Wyatt was.
Yes.
They
Okay.
worked good together. Yeah.
They're fantastic.
And this season,
together.
you're going to have more Kong than Godzilla.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a lot more King Kong in this new season.
See, I think
there's gonna be
that's
a lot more kaiju, period, which is what they need to
Right.
have, right? So, but
Yeah.
I hope this season's. There are certain things about season one. I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's certain things about season one that I did not like, and it always reside or like goes to the human aspect.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're gonna have human characters in it, at least make it just interesting. Like there's just
Yeah.
something about,
They just made the human characters not care.
Look,
You don't care about.
This is the perpetual conundrum when it comes to kaiju films. You got to figure out a way of what you're making the movie for. Are you making it so people mainly want to see the monsters? Are you making it because the humans are interesting and they're, the antagonists are the monsters? It's kind of like with what happened with Godzilla -1.
Yeah.
Everybody loved that one
Yeah.
because the only monster in
it's
it was
phenomenal
Godzilla,
movie.
and the
Yeah.
human characters were written really well. And then
Oh,
you take
100%.
the rest of the
outside of Godzilla -1, the ones I've seen, either they focus too much on the humans and not enough on the monsters,
Yeah.
or the monster and then don't really focus on the humans.
Right,
And they
no,
don't really have. There's not really a good balance on.
Well,
for
that's
most
the
of
reason
movies.
why.
That's
That's
the
the reason
point I'm
why
trying to make,
Godzilla Kong, their last movie was way good because it was more focused on the kaiju's than the humans.
Yeah.
in the
Right.
movie.
Yeah, the legendary movies like Godzilla X Kong,
Yeah.
then the last one that came out, right? Like
They were
those
fun.
are just pure popcorn movies. Like
Yeah.
like they're
It's-
not gonna have like
They're
this
fun.
intense
Right.
plot. It's like, look, you got Godzilla, you got Kong. They're gonna fight not once but twice.
So
And also, here comes Mecha Godzilla out, and so now you got
Yeah.
a tag team, fashion. But then you've got the new the last one that came out, which does focus more on Kong, and and I know the last movie didn't focus on Godzilla because he was just out there like doing
he was
like
just
kaiju.
chilling,
He was
chilling,
getting
man.
kaiju roids basically, like doing
Right.
souping up. Like the last movie is like, look, if
He was in the
Godzilla
Roman
were
Coliseum doing
Saiyan, that's who he just went Super Saiyan 3 basically is what
Yeah.
happened.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
So
So Nick, let me ask you something. However,
Yeah.
and this is gonna kind of basically be our final thing. However, kind of why we kind of brought you here too. However,
yeah.
is like, what is your like take on masculine movies, man? Like, what, what is what is your
Well, he is the man to ask.
yeah, like
Dude,
so
I mean, it is really sad that a lot of like the younger generation, and I know that's not everyone, right? Because we know some young folks out there like that are in our chats, or like Isaac, our our ginger bearded Northman, he's a
Nice.
youngin. We've got some people might know him as Hosty. He's young. Waylon Bocephus, like these are just a
yes.
couple guys like who are younger, but they've got our older sort of perspective of how movies and characters should be written. They get the idea of the plot. They understand the important themes that writers used to create movies with that actually meant something, and we don't get that. It is very rare that we get a movie that it's like, oh, here's a male character that's not just being over accentuated because they're just trying to be toxic, or like they're going to be oppressive, or just super assholey. It's like they have something about them that people look up to, or people go, you know what, like there's like redemption. And I do think, for sake of talking with kaijus here, like Godzilla -1 is definitely a movie I'm going to be covering on Masculine Mondays later this year, because -0 is coming out.
Yeah.
But that is
Can't wait for
such
that
a phenomenal movie, period. But because of can't think of the main guy's name, but because of what I mean, he is a coward. But it's also like he understands the value of life. If I kamikaze and I throw my life away for a war that is over,
Yeah.
what am I actually doing to the next generation? What am I actually doing to someone that I can raise and help protect? Because this poor girl that he finds that lost her parents, that's this child, this baby that's left on his doorstep, kind of like he helps raise. Like a lot of it is very crushing, but a lot of it is very real. And then you factor in the whole crazy monster aspect of it, and the fact that if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, I'm not going to try and spoil it, but the fact that he finds this redemption.
Oh, we've seen it. We've seen it.
It's
We've seen it.
multiple times.
Color, English subtitle,
Yeah.
and we watched
And black and white.
Godzilla -1
Oh,
minus color, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
The minus
What a
color, I think, was
masterpiece.
better.
Well, So we do a show on Sundays,
Shikishima.
matinee. We do a matinee show on Sundays. We talk about movies, and like we did a whole November. The very first week of November is our Godzilla stream because it's his
Nice.
birthday.
Yeah.
November 7th is Godzilla's birthday, and we do it every year. We talk, even on this show, we talk about Godzilla in November. I mean, my very first film, Godzilla versus Megalon, 1976. I was a kid, not even a year old. Went to the drive-in and seen it as a kid. And I've loved Godzilla forever. He's
awesome.
Godzilla fan.
Yeah, I just think a lot of these writers, they don't understand. They've lost the sight of
what it means
and
to be a man.
Yeah, they're like I go, oh, okay, how am I going to write this male character here? Like, what sort of qualities does he need to possess, right? And like they just have this idea of, oh well, I can't have him be saying bad things, or I can't have him be doing bad things, especially when it comes to women. It's like, but you can, but there's a lot more to it than just that, and it's like you look at some of these other characters, like, or actors, right? Like or directors even. I think James Cameron is a perfect example where he's kind of lost the idea of how to write, male characters that have some sort of sustenance to them. And it is apparent with some other directors out there as well that used to didn't have a problem with this.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that there are
his own old work. That's what he says plenty of times. He says that the Terminator is toxic to him and everything. I'm like, dude, why?
The thing is, you can make a bad male character and then show through the movie or the however many movies you're making, and make them progress into a better person at the end.
But you gotta think he's literally doing the fucking Avatar movies where some of the characters, even though they're not human, they still have masculine traits to them. It's fucking
Yeah.
Jake
retarded.
Sully.
Yeah,
Jake Sully's a
Jake,
father. Like
well,
he
was
literally
a
has
human
to raise his
before.
kids now, and like has to understand like what's the best way that he can raise his Navi human crossbreed children and what. Well, he's
Right.
Navi now, but that's the point. It's like, for as much as he says that he's embarrassed of his older stuff, he's still like, from what it looks like, he's still trying to understand how to write masculine characters. Yeah, sure, it's he's slowly letting go of how to properly write it because he seems to just want to blend in with the modern
Right.
Crowd.
feminist
Feminine
gynocentric
characters
crowd that
are,
exists
yeah.
now. But I mean, he still has the capacity to do it. Like, just look back at like Aliens, right? You had three examples of like how you could do masculine characters. You would have
Yep.
Hicks, Hudson, and then Burke. Those are like three good examples right there.
Yep.
But that's just what I'm saying.
Well,
Like,
even
I think the second Avatar was better than the first.
Or for instance, like if you want to talk about like some masculine characters that are here now or whatever, I have to say the Creed trilogy, like Adonis or whatever, like he's pretty masculine and everything, like him and Rocky or whatever, like they got like especially in number 2 or whatever, their relationship like it's even more closer than ever than the first one or whatever, like especially, and also Drago and his son or whatever, like that, like they both were like, it was a pretty good masculine movie. Like the Rocky franchise in general is like a masculine type
Well,
of movie.
actually, you know what? That was a good point. Nick, why don't you explain to them what kind of conditions, or like what's the what's the word I'm looking for? How is it that you measure like masculinity when it comes to film? Yeah, like the three types that you use.
So like basically when I was contemplating this idea late last year, going in like the beginning of 2025, I was trying to figure out like what to do, and then, like what was going to be a basis of this, and I had an idea for a video that came out after I'd already started doing the streams, but essentially I have a video that's called why masculinity in cinema is important, but like the things that are depicted in every movie, that should be depicted in every movie, and that a lot of older movies have are three different things, and I talk about this, and like this is the main like highlight that I kind of created into like a rating system on the streams, where you have affirmation, inspiration, and aspiration. So it's like this AIA rating, and really like the idea is for every character from the start to the end of the movie is to see their progression, to see their arc, because when a writer or director is thinking of these characters, go, okay, what's the starting point of their movie, like of their character. Like this past Monday we talked about Man on Fire, right?
Ooh,
Arguably
I
one of
love
the
that
best
movie.
Denzel Washington
I
movies.
love the movie. I love that
Yeah,
movie.
and that's one of the things where it's like you see the way he starts and what it means, where he is washed up basically, right? He's an alcoholic, but in turn he learns and decides to put the bottle down. He finds faith. He's in such a dark spot. He almost commits suicide, or almost puts a bullet to his brain.
Mhm.
And there's a miracle behind that because of some bad primer. But as the movie says, bullet, always tells the truth.
Bullet
The
never
bullet
lies.
right?
Mhm.
So guess what? When it's used later on with Samuel, Ramos or whatever, like that bullet goes off. So like there's a reason that one life was spared and one life wasn't. And
Right.
the idea is that there's something left to be done in his life. There's something important. He still has a part and a place to tell us, importance. And it's with Peta. Peta is that light in his life, that him being in such a dark spot, that shows this purity.
Yeah.
And when that purity is absent, he changes. And it's like, okay, I'm going on a warpath. I know what this might cost me, but because the value I know she has in my life, I'm willing to make that sacrifice. And just like anything, that sacrifice is ultimately one of the most masculine things you can do, which was what he does. And I know that's different from the book ending, of course, but That's why I think the movie ending is so much more compelling. It's stronger, and when you have that sort of aspiration, like that's the highest form of storytelling. Like because it's not just about who we are, but like who we could be if you accept the burden. And that's exactly what Kreese does. He finds this strength that is inspirational, and it's like there's just the only thing that he has to do is just be responsible. So a lot of the times, like when we look and analyze these movies here, we look at the traits that every character has, because again, when you're writing a good character, you're like, okay, what sort of traits do they have? And it's not hard to write things about saying, well, I want this character to be courageous. I want this character to have a sense of brotherhood, sense of, familial loyalty. And you can have great side characters that, aid or build up your main protagonist. And same thing, like sometimes we have, you have a good antagonist. Like there's like we talked about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original live action movie, right? And so we're looking at the sense of brotherhood, the fathers that you have between Splinter, Orokusaki, and even the reporter dude's name, I can't think of his face, but he has like the son Danny or whatever. And like, granted, sure, Shredder's the bad guy, but in terms of what he's trying to do, he's trying to create a community. He's trying to create a family, right? It's like at the end that the movie was like when oh god, what's his face? Sam Rockwell, the young Sam Rockwell's in it. And he goes, "We're a family," and Casey Jones is like, "Family? This here and that down there, family?" It's like, get the hell out of here. You don't know nothing about family, right? And like Splinter says, the Shredder uses you and just tells you lies. But again, it doesn't mean that Shredder wasn't trying to do something. It was obviously for the wrong reasons. So like, there's definitely this, sort of red, yellow, green aspect of rating that we apply. So like, yes, it might not be the for the right reason, but he's definitely trying to achieve something. And he's trying to be inspirational, like, but it's for the wrong reason. So, and the other thing too that we talk about, and I think is important, I think we have not seen a good representation of this in quite some time, is good femininity. And I talk about how masculinity excels so much better when you have good femininity.
That's
and
true.
I think the best iteration, I mean, there's a couple of good instances in other movies, but I think, and I'd say I'll always abide by this, but I think the best iteration is Aragorn and Arwen in Lord of the Rings. And really they're so complementary of each other. And like when you have a well-written female character, you have well-written male characters. And it's like we've gotten so much, Mary Sue's or, female bosses, right? Like that's been like the focal point for the last decade. And obviously it's like that, okay, that's just not how it should be. Not saying that women can't be well written.
I mean,
but,
for Lord of the Rings, your bet of what a good example is Eowyn in the Lord of the Rings. She's
another great.
She was a
character.
female good warrior, but she wasn't a female like boss character because
Eowyn's primarily a princess for Rohan, right? But then she decides she wants to take up the sword as well too. Yes,
but she breaks her arm and basically almost dies because she killed the Witch King. Which that's not a female. That's not a boss character because she almost died.
Well, she wants to fight, right? Like she
then she kind of retired after that whole thing.
She basically went to being a housewife. That's what, like in the book, that's what she ends up being. She's like, she marries Faramir, and she ends up just being like, okay, cool. Well, I'm just gonna,
Well, if you want a good prime example of well-written female characters, look at K-pop Demon Hunters. Look at Huntress. Yeah, the three female characters in that movie. I mean, they wouldn't marry Sues. They wouldn't girl bosses. Like that's probably like one of the prime examples of good feminine writing because it was a woman that actually did it. And a lot of times you have women that write movies that they can't do female characters.
The
Women can't
ironic
write
thing is
characters.
for Phantom with that is most of the most well-known female writers in Korea are women.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm trying to
The
think
director,
of
most of the directors that are like
what are the movies I'm
top
talking
5 or
about?
something, a lot of them are women
I mean,
directors and
E-
writers.
If you wanna
Ebola, let
talk
me ask you
about-
something
Oh,
about Korean stuff. Yeah, no, I was gonna ask him because like, have you heard of I don't know if it's a movie or a TV show, but it's one called Flowers of Evil that
Yes,
exists in
I have.
Korea. Well,
Yes.
actually, so I was watching a video from a channel called The Second Story. It's a nice young lady who like talks a lot about like storytelling and like media and whatnot. And the last video that she did was talking about how a lot of modern female characters nowadays are just basically it's basically like toxic males wearing the skin suit of a female, essentially, is like
Yeah.
the best way to describe it. And
Yeah.
she starts giving examples of like well-written female characters. One of them is from this Korean movie called Flowers of Evil. But I haven't seen the
Yeah,
movie
there's
myself,
one
but
scene I watched where like she assumes some guy beats her boyfriend or wife for no reason, but she so she starts scolding him and then her other's like, calm down, it was my fault, it was a misunderstanding. Because
Okay.
and then he has a scar on his face, so she's getting all mad and worked up because he has a scar on his face.
I
So
mean,
so it's like she's gonna be like sweet, but also very protective if she sees someone actually hurt someone she loved.
Hmm,
I
or
haven't
like,
watched the show, just that's the one clip I've seen from it.
okay.
or like, if you want to talk about other female characters, I mean, I got 2 of them right here. I got like a Sailor Moon picture, and I also got Kim
Awesome.
Possible. Like, those are 2 good written female characters. I mean, Kim Possible, yeah, she can do everything, but she's also a teenager at the same time, or
So
whatever.
she can do everything, but at the
Te-
same time she
te-
can't.
technically, she was written as a girl boss, Mary Sue. She was written that way.
But
That's
it was written
Technically,
well.
technically she was, but like the storytelling was pretty good to where she wasn't and everything. Cause like if you watch the show, Kim fails a lot of the time, man. Like, and she needs Ron to help her out, to even her out and everything. Like, it's the same thing with Sailor Moon. She's like, even though she's the leader of the whole entire Sailor Scouts, she ain't the best fighter, that's for sure, and everything. Like, it's the other Sailor Scouts that help her out all the time, or whatever. Like, and but those are just some examples of like you said, good female femininity or whatever. Like,
Mhm.
so. Oh yeah, Adrian. Yeah, Adrian did help out. Whoever, like,
Yeah, and I feel like we this was like the norm in the 70s, 80s, 90s, even like the majority of the 2000s. It
Yeah.
wasn't really about 2014 that things really started to change for the worse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And again, you'll have these rare incursions, right? Like we got John Wick, right? We get some movies like that out of the blue, -1, like, and that's like, oh wow, like, and that's why it's so refreshing. Top Gun Maverick, right? Like,
Yeah.
and you see how well they do, and then it's like, okay, well, damn, like we just long for it, and then that's where they just generate a lot of money, or we talk about it online a lot. You just see
Yeah.
the amount of praise, or you'll see the streams, the posts that are just so positive, and it's like we always say, we want to talk about these shows or movies that have like good written characters that evoke strong female and male characters, right? It's
Yeah.
just like some people think, oh, like toxic femininity doesn't exist, and I'm like, okay, so Galadriel isn't a character that was created. Like, we're all seeing this,
boy.
right? Like,
Right.
and then when you watch Lord of the Rings with Kate Blanchett, you're like, do you see the differences here?
Is that even the same person?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm like, they aren't the same character, like, so it's
Come on, Ronan. Come on, Ronan. Don't
God.
disrespect Rings of Power, Jess's favorite show on the internet. Come on, don't
That's
disrespect.
true.
She's in
Right,
Of course
you only
not.
get
Of
one
course.
guest
No,
joke.
no.
You only
We
get
all
one
know that
Anyway.
Jess has Galadriel topped cookies, chip cookies.
Yeah,
yeah.
she loved it. That's why we were typing all caps every time we watched the
I
show.
What- so the more that I watched a lot of your streams, Nick, of like the discussions on masculinity, the more I actually kind of thought about that myself as well. Like the idea of masculinity, not just in like media, but like you could even apply it to like everyday life as well too.
Yeah,
And I think I
Yeah,
would
man. And I feel like there's certain things that like even for myself, the more that I started to cover, the more I started to watch these movies and think about, because when I'm like watching a movie and I'm just kind of writing down notes or whatever, and I'm like, hmm, yeah, like how does that relate to my life, or how can I do those types of things? And it's just, I mean, it's very simple, and I think just something that we often overlook so simply is like, again, if you have children, if you have
Mhm.
nieces or nephews, the fact that we take time to care for them, to watch out for them, to protect them, right, like to make sure that they aren't falling by the wayside as they grow, like that right there is masculinity. Like
Yeah.
it's not so much about being macho and like, I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
there is a sense of protection from that, right?
Yeah.
Like, but
Right.
there's a lot that just gets overlooked, right? Like, hey man, like I gotta work, I gotta take the second job because I gotta provide for my family.
Yeah.
It's like working the jobs that no one wants to, but because it's like I
You have
gotta
to.
provide, you know.
Mhm.
I gotta work the long hours. Like it's like when we covered A Bronx Tale, right?
Oh, dude, I love
That's a
that
good one
movie.
too. It's
I
another
love
good
And
that
film.
it's
movie.
like De Niro's character, right? Like he's working, he's
Sonny.
doing the city job, being a bus driver. Who wants to be a bus driver, right?
Yeah.
Like, but there's perks to it. But when he's like, hey, I worked hard to get these steaks, and it's like, man, like for us nowadays, like you can get
Yeah.
steaks pretty cheap
Pretty
still, I
cheap.
guess, kind of like,
Yeah.
but at a whim,
Depends on the steak.
That's
Whereas
true. There are quality steaks for sure,
Right.
but
whereas
like the idea,
Sonny was like the opposite. It's like I
yeah,
take what I want.
exactly.
Like I take
Right.
what I want because I'm the head honcho around here or whatever. Like,
Yeah, and there's a lot of there are a lot of things in that movie alone that you see Sonny being a different type of father figure, while it's like, but dude, has an actual father,
Yeah.
who is trying to instill like these good practices by saying things like that's not good money. That's not
Yeah.
hard-earned
It's
money,
blood money.
because like when he's
Mhm.
yelling and he slaps his son, he's like,
Slaps the
I'm
sun.
Yeah.
the what does he say? He says, like he's like the normal guy, or like
Oh yeah,
the
like
working
yeah,
man
like
is the
Sonny
good
is right.
The
man.
working man is the
Right.
sucker.
Because
Yeah, he's
yeah,
worse
no,
than
well,
he is.
that's what Seed thinks at first. Because that's
Yeah.
why he responds like Sonny was right that the working man
Yeah.
is just a sucker. Yeah, that's
Yep.
what he says.
Yep.
But then he's explaining to him. Well, Sonny, not Sonny,
That's a
but like his
great
dad is
scene.
explaining to him.
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's
This
like
is blood
it's
money,
really hard
not
trying
good
to
money.
wake up every morning and like trying to get on that bus and to make the money. You don't know
Yeah.
how hard it is. It's easy to pick
Mhm.
up a gun and shoot somebody down.
Yeah.
You know, but that's a good scene. It is a really good
Great
scene.
I was
That
gonna
lines
say
at
explaining
the
I was gonna
end.
what
say this. I was gonna say this. Like they kind of took the elements of Goodfellas. Like they
Yeah.
took that story from kind of like from Goodfellas a little bit and kind of just like made it like a small like like
they
wholesome
they
story.
they
Yeah.
expanded on it. That's what
Yeah.
they did is
Expanded.
like they expanded that one like instance where like Henry's
Mhm.
like growing up, but
Yeah.
they expanded on like a
Yeah.
more realistic scenario of it where like
Yeah.
now you
Yeah.
see this young guy who's being exposed to the mob, like
Yeah.
having to juggle between being raised by his dad who's just an honest man and
Yeah.
being raised by a man who's willing to groom him to be another,
Yeah.
henchman for him basically.
Mhm.
But at the same time, to be fair to Sonny too, even he's telling him like,
Don't do what I do.
it's smart. Don't, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Don't do what I do.
Go to
Sometimes he's
college.
even telling him, go to school,
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
honest about it. So
D-
that's an interesting part about him too.
Yeah. It's like he's not, even though he's a gangster, right? He's a mafia man,
Mhm.
but he does have these qualities of like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and,
Like when, especially like when he was talking about the dating, he's saying like, but she's black. I don't
It's like-
care. Like,
it's
you
like,
know,
what does that
it
mean?
got to do anything.
Like,
Like,
did she open the door for you or not? Because
Yeah.
if she does, she's a keeper, and like, boom,
Yeah.
she's a keeper,
yeah.
right? And dude, I love the way that movie though, like, kind of just knocks out the whole like kind of like, I mean, obviously there's racism in it because of
Yeah.
his buddy that like beats up her brother,
The
but
Mario
like when it
test.
yeah, but when it comes down to like them just being like, okay, like she's like, but I like Italian dudes, and I was like, hey, all right,
Yeah.
you know, like it's just one of those things where like like I know it didn't do well like in the box office because I feel like
Mhm.
it's definitely more of like a cult classic film,
It's a cult classic or whatever.
but because there is like based off, I think Chaz Palminteri says like a lot of these things that went into the play first and then the movie are based off of like him growing up too. So like
Yeah.
a lot of what it feels true or like feels real, it also is what makes this movie so good, I feel like. And then yeah, there's you've got the two father figures, and then when Sonny dies, it's like, you know, C has no choice but to go back to his own father.
Yeah.
And it's like, I granted he missed a lot of time with him because his dad worked all the time to provide, which he makes that sacrifice. But now because
Mhm.
he's older, you know, he has more
gets it now.
time to be around his father and stuff like that. So it's like in some cases he does get to make up for lost time after the fact. But
Yeah.
you know, it's like that's kind of part of the thing too when you go through life and you make these choices and you understand maybe certain aspects
Right.
and you know, like you'll, and I think if people are fortunate enough to have, you know, a couple of different, you know, father figures or good male figures in their life,
Yeah.
then you learn more,
That's
you absorb more, you get to, you know, maybe experience more for the sake of like, oh well, that's a good point. You know, my dad never made or my uncle didn't make.
Mhm.
You know, so like there's a lot of again, like there's a lot of great movies out there that
Yeah.
this younger generation I say two things. They ignore intentionally and they're just not aware of it because they aren't getting exposure to it. They're not being algorithmically fed to it, you know, especially when they're on fucking TikTok.
Well,
You know what I'm
actually, when they're
saying?
on TikTok or X, they're algorithmically fed something else entirely. They're either being
Right.
given guys like
Slop.
Nick
Communism.
Fuentes or
Oh
Jack
yeah.
Murphy or
Yeah.
Andrew Tate. That's like that's on the right leaning side. On the left
Yeah.
side, like what Ebola's saying, because he just blurted out communism. But you know, like he says,
I was saying
you're
that
getting
because
fed guys like
I,
Destiny
Well,
or Hassan or
the
so
ironic
on
beta
and
thing
so
beta
about
forth.
that
males. Yeah.
is
Yes,
yeah.
a lot of
if you go to Chinese TikTok, which I've
Yeah.
seen,
Yeah.
it's
well, yes.
mostly like it's great scenery or a bunch of cat videos.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Well,
obviously
Yeah.
Chinese TikTok's algorithms absolutely different. Like the way that they, you know,
Yeah, theirs
run
is
the
a
app
bunch
over
of
there is
it's a bunch of wholesome stuff, where
so
ours is a bunch of
guys,
degeneracy, which
guys.
they did on purpose.
Ebola, be quiet for a minute. Sorry, dude. Yeah, it's getting closer, like to the end of the stream. So yeah, I think we could start doing our outros or whatever. Who wants to go
I got it.
first?
All
Yeah.
right. Nick, what you got going on?
Ooh, what do I got lined up? Well, I was potentially going to stream later with Cinny, but I don't know if I was gonna. I was debating on doing a marathon stream tonight after this, but I'm not sure. The game, you know, not pulling a marathon.
Mm.
Um, uh, I'm not sure. I'm very questionable on that game. But aside from
It
that,
does not look good. It does not look good.
I played it.
What
Like
game?
marathon.
Marathon.
Oh,
I did play it when the server slam download came out like earlier today. I was like, let me try and play this between a couple meetings. And yeah,
isn't that Bungie? Isn't that the Bungie game?
It is, yeah.
it is. I feel like that's something I could probably save for a whole other stream, honestly. But the only thing I'll just say is test it out during this demo period while you can. Don't pre-order it yet. Not to say like I'm trying to take away from sales or anything like that, but I don't know. It's not
try before.
Yeah, it's not hitting that spot. It's not scratching that itch, but
Yeah, it's like it could be good, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be anything special.
yeah, I don't know. Like there's, you know, I don't want to go too much into, I don't want to go down a rabbit hole right now, but during my outro, but
Yeah.
so this coming Monday night on Mask of the Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be discussing The Bride, which, you know, is another one of these movies where seems very out of the blue. But we're covering The Bride from 1985. So there's a new movie that's coming out called
the
The
Sting
Bride.
one. The Sting one.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
So there's a new Bride that's coming out literally this next week in March, written by or directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, y'all. You know,
Oh,
and
lovely.
you know,
It looks shitty. It looks shitty.
Somehow it has Penelope Cruz and Christian Bale in it. But yeah, the 1985 version is far better. So we're going to be covering that in just to try and combat it instead. And hopefully it'll do, you know, better. Because I think, you know, yeah, you've got Clancy Brown, you know, Jennifer Beals in it. David Rappaport, Sting, of course, too, right? So, but just I think it's a better film than whatever we're gonna get here. So, what I've been trying to do this year in some movies is looking at like what is coming out for new movies, which for again some reason we're getting these remakes, or anniversaries as well. So, which might be a spoiler to some of the films that I will be covering this year. I mean, I already kind of said like for Godzilla -1, right? Because -0 is coming out in November.
Mm-hmm.
But so we'll be covering that on Monday, and then I've been talking about Primal season 3 on Tuesdays on my Trendy TV Tuesdays show. It's disappointing. I mean, if anyone's a fan of Genndy Tartakovsky and has watched, you know, the original Clone Wars, Samurai Jack, right? The first 2 seasons of Primal are fantastic. I would say those are masterpiece animated series. Season 3 is not a masterpiece. It's a master dump. And I'm not going to spoil anything because it would spoil something that happens in season 2. But yeah, it's just not good. Unfortunately, and I'm not even trying to like hate on it intentionally or anything like that. It's just I'm just providing fair criticism that I would to anything else. Because I've had some funny YouTube comments that have had to been corrected. But professionally, of course. And then Wednesday I'll be on Trigger Happy again with ABF and the gang, and yeah, I usually will stream like 10 o'clock on Thursday nights too for some gaming streams. But yeah, like I don't know what I'm gonna do next week because we'll see. But yeah, that's my lineup.
Ebola, what you got going on?
I think I might have a video reaction tomorrow, depending if anything I find anything. But usually I do videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday surprise this week, Thursday stream, which is just reacting. That's a Wednesday stream. But Thursday is reaction to whatever. Then back here Thursday, and then Saturday gaming or anime stream. Then Vagabonds weird stream, whatever.
I swear it's not hentai.
Yeah, that
Hey,
one
Paula,
where I try for an hour to make it less degenerate. Yeah,
and it doesn't work. It
yeah,
doesn't
it really
work.
doesn't. Oh right, tomorrow we will be streaming. Me, Campy, and Phantom will be streaming with. I mean, be guest on Queenie's Girls Night.
Yeah,
Girls
Or
Night.
Queen Comic's wife. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Comics Wife Girls Night stream tomorrow night, or yeah, tomorrow night.
We're gonna bring the male masculine force to their show.
Yeah, so that's all I have going on.
Kreese, what you got going on?
So definitely some culture war videos. I just did one on Sean Strickland. Free my boy Sean Strickland all day, every day. Like, you know, he did nothing wrong. And I was at that event at UFC Houston, so that was awesome.
Nice.
Very nice.
Also, anime homework on Wednesdays. So I'm not sure on Friday if we're gonna watch one episode due to you guys streaming. I don't know for One Piece or whatever. We'll get that resolved or whatever. But definitely,
Well, technically, we did do 3. We did do 3 yesterday because we started early. We did watch 3 episodes yesterday.
we only did 2, bro.
2. God, they were
Yeah,
so
well,
long.
yeah, they were like
Yeah,
they
they're an
yeah,
hour long.
basically like it's basically like basically like a movie or whatever. So I
Yeah.
mean, we'll figure it out if we're gonna do stream on Friday or not or whatever. Friday, I'm also thinking I'm not 100% sure. I'm 50-50 if I'm gonna go watch the Scream 7. I'm 50-50. I'm
Well, at
like
least watch it for the Scary Movie
If
6 trailer. Let's say that.
if you
Right.
do, do a short, send it to
Yeah.
me, and I'll throw it on the channel.
Yeah, for sure. And
Out of
then
the movie.
next Saturday we will do our anime stream, our once a month anime stream, and we are going to be talking about solo leveling and live action One Piece, or whatever, on how we feel about those shows and other stuff too, however. But and definitely, if you guys are gonna be at MegaCon, the homies is gonna be at MegaCon. Most of us will,
Not
but
all
like,
of
yeah,
us. Not
not
all
all
of
of
us.
us.
Not all of us.
Not all of us, but most
Mostly
of us are going.
everybody.
We pulling up, baby. We pulling up to MegaCon, and it's gonna
Hell
be
yeah.
fun. So
Good stuff.
I
Good
will be
stuff.
there.
Mhm.
Okay,
Nick.
so
All right, cool.
so for myself, I'm gonna be working on. So I was gonna do a video for Starfleet Academy this week. I'm just gonna do two together. I'm going after Mondays. Watch along for that because we are watching it in the Discord. Tomorrow night, like Ebola said, we're gonna be myself, Campy, and him are gonna be on Queen's channel. Also, Saturday night, once again, we'll be playing game. It'll be gaming with the homies. Be playing Among Us, and I think probably Tuesday we might be playing the game on Tuesday. Um, Also, Queens Comics will be on next Thursday for the homies podcast, and I gotta talk to AP to see if we can still do a stream during the week of MegaCon so we can at least have something on that Wednesday night. We'll do something with the gang. But yeah, matinee with the homies. We're gonna be doing video game soundtracks Sunday, and tomorrow night after the stream with Queen's Comics and them, we're gonna be watching Dragon Ball Superheroes in remembrance of Akira Toriyama. March 1st will be 3 years to the day of his passing. So yeah, so we're gonna be watching that tomorrow night, and yeah, that's pretty much it for me. So thank you, Nick, for coming on. You're welcome back at any time.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys. I had a blast, and absolutely.
And so we'll be seeing you guys Saturday night gaming
I
with
get
the
no
homies.
outro.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Forgot about running.
Yeah, you don't matter.
I'm so sorry, Ronan.
Okay, now I'll make this quick because I know we're almost over anyways. Okay, as for me, obviously, like on my own channel, if you see by my link tree, obviously I got a YouTube, which is Ronan the Crusader. I got a Kick, which is Ronan the Crusader. I got an X, which is Ronan_Crusader7, a little different there. But on my own channel, got like 131 subscribers on YouTube, 34 followers on Kick, slowly getting those numbers up. Still streaming Claire Obscure Expedition 33 and the OG Fallout. Really good stuff. You guys want to check that out? Go and check that out. You can also see me here on Saturday gaming with the homies as well, playing Among Us on stream on my own perspective. And I'll be back here with matinee with the homies as well. Yeah, that's about it.
Don't you do a show on Mondays?
Oh, yes, of course. Let me say that as well. On Mondays, you can also catch me on Isaac's channel where I stream for goodbye, Kreese. I stream the Golden Age podcast with Isaac and Cole Hauser, sometimes Nick as well too. He sometimes shows up as a guest.
Yeah.
Or as we like to sometimes say, the Golden Shower podcast. But yeah, that's about it. And you know what? I'll even throw it a little bit there. Oh, sorry, real quick. I'll even throw it in there too. On Thursdays when Nick does his gaming streams, sometimes you can catch me on there too for playing
indeed.
Helldivers. So yeah.
Yeah.
Also, go over there and make sure to watch Isaac's streams. He's trying to get monetized, and he's got the subscribers, but he's working on the watch time. So go over there and give him a watch. He's got some pretty decent stuff over there. So good night, everybody. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you guys Saturday night for gaming with the homies. Hope you guys don't forget to go check out Queen's Comics. I will be putting out the links for her tomorrow. So we'll see you guys later. Have a good evening, and don't be gay, camp ya.
There he goes again.
It's still Isaac.
Ebola's freaking out.
I was using